New England is a place where the four seasons change gently. Each moment brings its own beauty that makes people reluctant to leave. This ancient land embraces 6 states: Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, each with its own charm. From coastal fishing villages to valleys covered in golden autumn leaves. Spring with cherry blossoms in full bloom, summer with white sand beaches, autumn with maple leaves dyeing the forest red, or winter with snow covering the roofs. New England always whispers an invitation to souls seeking tranquility, beauty, and a bit of nostalgia. This is not just a place to visit on the weekend, but a place to return to whenever you need a gentle private space. Ever wondered where you can find the most stunning fall foliage in New England? Stay tuned to find out. Among New England's most captivating weekend escapes, Newport rises gracefully along Rhode Island's southern shores, offering a blend of maritime charm, Gilded Age grandeur, and timeless coastal beauty. Its history, layered and rich, sets the stage for a getaway that engages both the imagination and the senses. Founded in 1639 as a haven for religious freedom, Newport quickly grew into a prosperous seaport, shaped by diverse cultures and thriving commerce. Over the centuries, it evolved from a naval stronghold to the nation's yachting capital, and eventually into the elegant seaside resort, beloved by high society. By the late 1800s, New York's wealthiest families had begun building summer cottages along the shoreline, crafting palatial mansions that still command awe today. Visitors to Newport can step into this storied past through immersive tours of estates like the Elms, Rose Cliff, and the Breakers, each a masterpiece of design and decadence. The famed Cliff Walk, winding for 3.5 miles along the Atlantic, offers stunning vistas that juxtapose natural beauty with opulent architecture. Yet Newport's appeal extends far beyond its mansions. Art galleries, boutique shops, and historic churches dot the streets, inviting slow strolls and spontaneous discoveries. Outdoor enthusiasts will find solace in the region's preserved green spaces. Newport is more than a destination. It's a carefully preserved chapter of American heritage, enriched by ocean breezes and cultural depth. For a weekend that offers refinement, relaxation, and reflection, few places in New England compare. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. Which New England state is often called the birthplace of American independence? Comment your answer below. Nantucket shimmers just off the coast of Cape Cod, an island where serenity, sophistication, and natural beauty meet in quiet harmony. Once a storied whaling port, today Nantucket is a refined yet welcoming destination, offering a weekend retreat that feels timeless and deeply restorative. Wandering through the town's cobblestone streets, you'll find yourself immersed in a setting where elegance and character live side by side. Boutiques and artisan shops line the historic downtown, each one a reflection of the island's independent spirit. Locally owned inns exude warmth, and fine dining establishments invite you to linger over freshly caught seafood and coastal cuisine crafted with precision and care. Beyond its charming facade, Nantucket is grounded by a strong year-round community. This sense of belonging is palpable, woven into every smile, every carefully preserved home, every gallery and gathering place. Cultural institutions such as the Whaling Museum and the Artists Association enrich the visitor experience with stories of the island's vibrant past and creative present. Nature plays a starring role in Nantucket's appeal. Over 80 miles of unspoiled beaches edge the island in soft, golden curves, many open and accessible to all. Miles of walking trails and bike paths crisscross meadows and moors, inviting exploration at a gentle pace. More than half of the island is protected land, a testament to the community's deep commitment to conservation. Here, you'll find space to breathe, reflect, and reconnect with the rhythm of nature. Adventurous spirits can set sail into Nantucket's crystalline waters, try their hand at fishing, or explore the island by bike under skies that stretch endlessly above. Families, couples, and solo travelers alike find something to treasure, moments that feel suspended in time, yet utterly unforgettable. It's more than a destination. It's a place to return to, in heart or in person, long after your ferry pulls away from its shores. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Tucked gracefully along the rugged coastline of Maine, Camden is a seaside gem that offers one of the most charming weekend getaways in New England. With its postcard-perfect harbor, elegant sailboats, and a backdrop of gently sloping mountains meeting the sea, Camden embodies the quiet beauty and enduring spirit of coastal New England. Though home to fewer than 5,000 year-round residents, this peaceful seaport comes alive as the seasons turn. In spring and summer, visitors are drawn to the town's natural elegance and vibrant calendar of events. Flowering gardens, ocean breezes, and the joyful hum of festivals transform the streets and parks into a lively celebration of local life and culture. Camden's appeal lies not only in its beauty, but also in its balance, where outdoor adventure and quiet reflection blend seamlessly. The town is ringed by natural treasures, from the wooded paths and panoramic views of Camden Hill State Park to the serene shores of Ogunquit Lake. The harbor itself is a highlight, with schooners gently swaying at anchor and opportunities to step aboard for a sunset cruise or morning sail. The water is never far away in Camden, and its presence adds a sense of calm to every moment, be it a stroll along the waterfront or a meal enjoyed at a dockside cafe. Camden is a destination that doesn't try too hard. It simply lets its natural and cultural beauty speak for itself. In Camden, time feels softer, moments linger longer, and the sea is always just a glance away. Just south of Cape Cod's curling peninsula lies Martha's Vineyard, one of New England's most beloved weekend getaways. Though it has long drawn artists, celebrities, and even presidents to its picturesque shores, the island remains unpretentious, its soul steeped in natural beauty, coastal elegance, and a quiet, enduring charm that transcends the buzz of fame. With a history rooted in seafaring tradition, Martha's Vineyard was once a prominent whaling port, and echoes of that past still whisper through its lighthouses and harbors. Today, it thrives as a peaceful retreat, home to 6 small towns that blend seaside grace with a deep sense of community. Miles of sandy beaches frame the island in golden light, offering both tranquil stretches and dramatic surf. Beyond the shore, gentle bike paths and walking trails weave through meadows and woodlands, connecting travelers to the island's quieter corners. Along the way, lighthouses stand watch from windswept cliffs, their beams sweeping across the Atlantic in a rhythm as old as the island itself. Accommodations range from charming inns and classic New England bed and breakfasts to luxury resorts that offer spa treatments, private beach access, and serene garden courtyards. No matter the setting, hospitality here feels deeply personal, often as warm and familiar as a welcome home. Those seeking a weekend of renewal will find it in Martha's Vineyard, where days move a little slower, the air tastes of salt and sea, and each sunset lingers just a little longer. It's not simply a place to visit, but a place to return to, time and again. Looking for a small-town escape that blends New England charm with natural beauty and cultural depth? Nestled in the heart of Vermont's Green Mountains, Montpelier stands as the smallest state capital in the United States. But don't let its size fool you. This charming city offers a deeply enriching experience for those seeking a peaceful yet vibrant weekend getaway in New England. With its storybook setting, Montpelier is a place where historic architecture, cultural vitality, and natural beauty all blend together in perfect harmony. The city is defined by its human scale. Strolling down State and Main streets, visitors are greeted by a welcoming array of local businesses, independent bookstores, cozy cafes, artisan bakeries, and farm-to-table restaurants that serve up hearty, locally sourced meals. The golden dome of the Vermont State House glows proudly above the treetops, anchoring the downtown in a sense of purpose and heritage. It's not uncommon to see residents and visitors alike enjoying a moment of quiet reflection on the Capitol lawn or picnicking beside the gentle flow of the Winooski River. Montpelier is also a cultural gem. Home to a thriving art scene, it offers galleries, theaters, and music venues that showcase the creative spirit of central Vermont. Beyond the downtown, nature embraces Montpelier in every direction. The city is surrounded by lush hills and wooded trails, making it easy to slip away into a quiet forest or climb a nearby ridge for sweeping views of the valley. In autumn, the surrounding hills blaze with the fiery reds and golds of New England foliage, making it a perfect time to visit. Montpelier's gentle rhythm, authentic charm, and natural beauty make it a perfect place to rediscover a sense of connection, be it to the landscape, to others, or to your own inner quiet. Portland, Maine, stands as a resilient and soulful coastal gem, perfectly suited for a weekend escape in New England. Rich in maritime heritage and blessed with an undeniable creative spirit, Portland offers an ideal blend of historic charm and modern energy, making it one of the region's most captivating destinations. Wander through the Old Port District, and you'll find cobblestone streets lined with 19th century brick buildings, now home to an ever-evolving collection of boutiques, cafes, and acclaimed restaurants. The city's culinary scene is nationally recognized, anchored by a deep-rooted connection to the sea, with fresh lobster, oysters, and local craft brews taking center stage in many dining experiences. But Portland is far more than its palate-pleasing menus. It's a city that wears its history with quiet dignity. Once known as Muskegon by the indigenous people who first lived on this land, Portland's modern identity was shaped by a legacy of perseverance. After a devastating fire in 1866 destroyed much of the city, a rebirth began that would redefine its character. Beyond its streets and structures, Portland offers an abundance of outdoor delights. The working waterfront bustles with fishing vessels and ferries, while nearby trails, beaches, and lighthouses, like the iconic Portland Head Light, invite moments of reflection and exploration. In any season, the natural beauty of southern Maine surrounds the city, offering everything from snowy harbor views in winter to vibrant blooms and sea breezes in spring and summer. It is, in every way, a place that feels both grounded and inspiring, the kind of weekend retreat that lingers in memory long after the journey home. Adorned with colorful clam shacks, classic shingle-style cottages, and tranquil stretches of coastline, Cape Cod, affectionately known as the Cape to those who hold it close, remains one of the most cherished summer escapes for residents of New England. It's a place where the essence of coastal living is preserved in every salt-kissed breeze and every weathered boardwalk. Time seems to slow down, not out of necessity, but by design, inviting travelers to linger, to breathe more deeply, and to rediscover the luxury of simplicity. Alongside the windswept dunes, charming bed and breakfasts offer a warm welcome with their cozy porches and homemade breakfasts, while scenic bike trails wind gracefully through wooded groves, marshes, and quiet seaside neighborhoods. The expansive shoreline, stretching further than the eye can see, becomes a living canvas of activity, dotted with brightly colored kayaks, fishing boats heading out at dawn, and families gathering seashells beneath the sun's golden arc. Though the Cape often draws well-known names, celebrities, writers, and athletes who retreat here for peace and privacy, it never seeks the spotlight. There's nothing ostentatious in its character. Instead, it exudes a quiet confidence, a down-to-earth charm that stems from generations of maritime tradition and community spirit. It's this humble, unhurried personality that endears the Cape to so many who return year after year. In her timeless tribute to this sandy peninsula, singer Patti Page once sang of miles of green beneath a sky of blue, capturing in just a few words the soul of the region. Although those lyrics were penned over 6 decades ago, they still echo in the hearts of those who visit today. The beauty of Cape Cod, raw, natural, and enduring, continues to inspire all who walk its beaches or watch the ocean dance beneath a moonlit sky. Cape Cod is best known for its extraordinary natural beauty, sweeping dunes, hundreds of miles of sandy coastline, and the spectacular sight of whales migrating just offshore. Waves break against the rugged shoreline with rhythmic power, sending sea spray into the crisp coastal air as gulls wheel and cry above. Just beyond the rocks, a lighthouse stands sentinel, its white tower framed by blue sky and mist, guiding mariners as it has for generations. This striking intersection of land and sea unfolds into a scene both timeless and wild, a place where ancient granite mountains rise gently from the indented coastline, their shapes worn smooth by wind, water, and centuries of change. These mountains, forested and majestic, form the backbone of Acadia National Park, Maine's treasured coastal sanctuary and one of the most breathtaking natural spaces along the eastern seaboard of the United States. Here, deep woodlands cloak the hillsides in green, parting occasionally to reveal hidden ponds that mirror the sky, or peaceful meadows scattered with wildflowers, where moose sometimes wander in the quiet light of early morning. As the land climbs, the trees begin to thin, revealing open ridgelines and patches of exposed granite that have borne witness to millennia of seasons. From these higher vantage points, the views are sweeping. Vast stretches of ocean, islands sprinkled across the horizon, and forests that roll outward like a sea of green. Spanning nearly 50,000 acres across 4 distinct regions, Acadia offers a landscape of extraordinary variety. The heart of the park lies on Mount Desert Island, a landmass carved by glaciers and shaped like a lobster claw, connected to the mainland by a narrow 2-lane causeway just south of Ellsworth. While Acadia is rightly celebrated for its natural grandeur, the park also offers rich opportunities to engage with the region's cultural heritage. The land holds the stories of the Wabanaki people, whose deep spiritual and historical connection to this coastline endures in language, art, and living traditions. In later centuries, Settlers came to these shores to build lives shaped by the rhythms of the sea, farming rocky fields, fishing in cold Atlantic waters, and hauling traps in the age-old practice of lobstering. Their legacy lives on in the villages, working harbors and coastal traditions that still thrive at the park's edges. Few cities in America carry the historical weight and cultural depth of Boston. As the capital of Massachusetts and the largest metropolis in New England, Boston has long stood as a beacon of American identity, a place where the echoes of revolution blend with the rhythms of modern life. Cobblestone streets wind through historic neighborhoods. Stately brownstones line quiet avenues, and the skyline stretches above the harbor. Boston presents a weekend getaway unlike any other, richly layered, intellectually vibrant, and effortlessly walkable. Known affectionately as Beantown, a name dating back to colonial trade routes and the molasses-rich baked beans once cooked in hearths across the city, Boston carries its past with pride. Yet, it never feels frozen in time. Instead, history lives side by side with innovation. The same streets where revolutionaries once marched now hum with students from around the world, researchers at the forefront of medicine, and artists shaping tomorrow's creative landscapes. Boston's proximity to the Atlantic gives it a climate that dances between the extremes: cool sea breezes in summer, snowy winters that wrap the city in a quiet hush, and crisp autumns ablaze with color. Rain and fog visit often, adding a moody beauty to the skyline, and brisk coastal winds lend the city an energy that's felt from the harbor to the hilltops. Though its influence on the national stage has shifted with time, Boston continues to thrive as one of the most intellectually and culturally dynamic urban centers in the United States. It's home to world-class universities, renowned hospitals, groundbreaking research institutions, and a civic spirit rooted in curiosity, resilience, and community. For those drawn to places where heritage is honored, learning is celebrated and every corner tells a story. Boston offers a journey both enriching and deeply inspiring. It is not just a city to explore, it is a city to engage with, to walk through slowly, and to leave with a deeper sense of connection to the enduring ideas that helped shape a nation. Tucked along the southern coast of Maine, Kennebunkport offers the perfect coastal escape for those seeking a blend of timeless charm and coastal sophistication. Once known primarily for its shipbuilding and fishing legacy, the town has gracefully evolved into one of New England's most beloved year-round destinations, all without losing sight of its roots. Though home to fewer than 4,000 residents, Kennebunkport hums with life and warmth. Its historic center is a delightful blend of old and new. Clapboard cottages and sea captains' homes now share space with art galleries, boutique shops, cozy bed and breakfasts, and acclaimed seafood restaurants. Despite its growing popularity, Kennebunkport maintains a pace that feels refreshingly unhurried. The rhythm of the tides still seems to guide daily life here, and the salt-tinged breeze carries with it a sense of nostalgia and calm. A weekend in Kennebunkport invites more than sightseeing. It invites a return to simplicity. This is coastal New England at its most graceful, where heritage, hospitality, and the sea come together in quiet harmony. Nestled in the heart of the northern Green Mountains, Stowe feels almost too fortunate for its size. This small Vermont town, with a population just shy of 6,000, lays claim to some of the state's most treasured natural wonders, including Vermont's tallest peak, its most legendary ski resort, and not one, but two dramatic waterfalls that draw visitors year-round. As a base for recreation, Stowe is ideally situated. Surrounded by pristine forest and rugged mountain terrain, it offers hiking in summer, vibrant foliage in fall, skiing and snowboarding in winter, and crisp, flower-lined trails in spring. Trails wind through maple groves and past alpine lakes, while scenic routes lead to overlooks with sweeping views across the valleys below. But Stowe's appeal extends far beyond its natural surroundings. The main street hums with life and character. Local boutiques offer everything from hand-poured candles to artisan-made clothing, while cozy cafes and fine restaurants serve meals that showcase Vermont's seasonal bounty. Craft beer lovers will find no shortage of award-winning brews, with several breweries earning loyal followings for their inventive and carefully crafted ales. At the town center, a white steepled church rises against a dramatic mountain backdrop, a picture-perfect scene that feels both timeless and deeply rooted. Covered bridges still span narrow rivers, their weathered beams echoing the craftsmanship and quiet strength of Vermont's past. Meanwhile, panoramic drives lead through hills and valleys where the changing light transforms each view into something new. Though it's a popular destination, particularly during peak foliage and ski season, Stowe never loses its sense of place. The community remains grounded and welcoming, offering not only unforgettable scenery, but a gentle rhythm of life that invites visitors to slow down, breathe deeply, and simply enjoy. What began in the early 1600s as a modest settlement, its tall mast trees once destined for the ships of the King's Navy, quickly grew into one of the most vital ports of the colonial era. That early success left a lasting legacy, and today Portsmouth stands as one of New England's most fascinating weekend destinations for those drawn to American history, coastal beauty, and culture in equal measure. One of Portsmouth's most compelling qualities is its deep respect for its own story. This is a city that has lovingly preserved its architectural heritage, offering visitors the rare opportunity to explore an extraordinary number of original colonial and federal-era homes. Many of these historic buildings are open to the public, providing immersive glimpses into life in early America. Walking through the city's tree-lined streets, past carefully restored facades and weathered brickwork, you can feel the layers of history still alive beneath your feet. But Portsmouth doesn't live in the past. It thrives in the present. Its dynamic culinary scene draws food lovers from across the region. Dozens of independent restaurants, many led by celebrated chefs, serve everything from classic New England seafood dishes to globally inspired cuisine. The city's compact downtown is ideal for a relaxed weekend stroll. Unique shops and independent boutiques showcase local crafts, fine goods, and thoughtfully curated treasures. Galleries display the work of regional artists, and performance venues host an ever-changing calendar of theater, live music, and cultural events that add depth to the city's small-town atmosphere. Thanks to its coastal setting, Portsmouth is also a jumping-off point for scenic cruises, harbor tours, and seasonal boat rides that showcase the area's natural beauty. Kancamagus Highway, affectionately known as the Cants to locals, is one of the most scenic drives in the United States. Stretching for 34 miles between the towns of Lincoln and Conway, the road winds gently through dense forests, granite mountainsides, and the gentle Swift River, offering a relaxing experience amidst pristine nature. Each stretch of the road opens up a new scene. In the fall, the entire forest is a vivid oil painting, where each leaf turns red, yellow, and orange, interwoven like gentle flames burning in the mountain breeze. There are no gas stations, no stores, no billboards, just pure nature and the rustling of the forest. Visitors can stop at a series of scenic spots such as Sabaday Falls, Rocky Gorge, or Pemigewasset Overlook, ideal places to walk in the forest, take pictures, or simply take a deep breath of fresh air among the trees. In the summer, the cool, swift river invites travelers to rest on its white pebble beaches. And in the winter, the entire road is covered in white snow, beautiful like a dream in the middle of the old forest. Kancamagus is not simply a road, it is a slow, rustic, and poetic journey, where people can escape the hustle and bustle of life to find inner peace. This is an ideal destination for those who love nature, love the raw beauty of New England. Drive to see the scenery, camp in the forest, or simply sit quietly by the river watching the leaves fall. No matter how you choose to experience it, Kancamagus always leaves an indelible mark on the hearts of travelers. New Haven, Connecticut, offers a weekend getaway rich in both historical depth and cultural vitality. Long before European settlers arrived, the area was home to the Quinnipiac people, who lived along the shores of its natural harbor. In 1638, a group of English Puritans landed here and established a settlement they first named Quinnipiac, later renaming it New Haven, in recognition of the safe harbor they had found. What followed was one of the earliest examples of urban planning in America, a 9-square grid with a central public square. That very square, now known as the Green, remains the heart of the city, hosting concerts, festivals, and quiet afternoon strolls beneath its ancient trees. New Haven's history is deeply interwoven with that of Yale University, which began in 1701 as the Collegiate School in Old Saybrook. It was moved to New Haven a few years later and renamed Yale College in 1718, after Elihu Yale, a British merchant whose generous donation helped shape the institution's future. Today, Yale continues to be a major presence in the city, lending it a spirit of intellectual curiosity and architectural grandeur. Once a co-capital of Connecticut alongside Hartford, New Haven is now often called the cultural capital of Connecticut, and for good reason. The city has weathered the storms of time, including British occupation during the Revolutionary War. Even then, British General Charles Garth spared the city, declaring it too beautiful a town to burn. That beauty and resilience continue to define New Haven today. Visitors will find a city filled with historic homes, world-class museums, celebrated theaters, and an impressive culinary scene. New Haven promises an enriching escape, perfect for a weekend away. As one of the oldest cities in the United States, Hartford, Connecticut blends rich colonial heritage with a dynamic modern energy. Perched along the Connecticut River, Hartford has long been a place where history and innovation coexist. Known as the insurance capital of the world, due to its legacy in the financial industry, the city also nurtures a deep literary past. It was home to Mark Twain and Harriet Beecher Stowe, whose former residences now serve as beautifully preserved museums. Today, downtown Hartford reveals a skyline of sleek high-rise buildings and well-planned green spaces, creating a striking contrast to the historic neighborhoods nearby. A weekend in Hartford opens the door to an array of enriching experiences. You can spend the morning strolling through Bushnell Park, one of the oldest publicly funded parks in the country, or admire fine art collections at the Wadsworth Atheneum, the oldest public art museum in the U.S. In the afternoon, head to the Connecticut Science Center, a glass-encased landmark offering interactive exhibits that delight children and adults alike. While Hartford often lives in the shadow of better-known East Coast cities, it rewards those who explore it with cultural depth, architectural beauty, and a surprisingly calm pace. It's a place where a single weekend can offer both a window into America's past and a fresh look at its evolving spirit, all without straying far from the comforts of a vibrant, walkable downtown. For those seeking a thoughtful, enriching escape in New England, Hartford is well worth the stop. When picturing a perfect day along the coast of Maine, visions of windswept cliffs, crashing waves over rugged granite, and time-worn lighthouses standing sentinel over the Atlantic often come to mind. This raw, coastal beauty is what draws countless visitors to the Pine Tree State year after year, and one of the most enchanting places to experience it is the serene town of Cape Elizabeth. Situated just a few miles south of Portland, this seaside haven strikes a graceful balance between charm and sophistication. It may be small in size, but Cape Elizabeth offers a wealth of experiences that reflect the heart and soul of coastal New England. Nestled along the shores of Casco Bay, the town carries with it a rich maritime history and a quiet, genteel atmosphere. Here, days unfold slowly. Visitors might begin with a morning walk through Fort Williams Park, where the iconic Portland Head Light, Maine's oldest lighthouse, towers above the ocean, offering panoramic views and moments of reflection. Trails wind through the park's coastal cliffs and green spaces, inviting moments of stillness or photography. Though the pace is relaxed, Cape Elizabeth enjoys a close connection to nearby Portland, allowing travelers to explore art galleries, boutique shopping, and award-winning restaurants just minutes away. This proximity makes the town an ideal basis for those who want to experience the coastal lifestyle while remaining within reach of the city's cultural heartbeat. It's a place where the simplicity of sea air and pine forests meets the elegance of well-kept homes, farm stands, and fine dining. Cape Elizabeth also offers a distinct taste of the New England seasons. Spring arrives slowly, often with a dusting of snow, even into April, but patience is rewarded when summer awakens the landscape. By mid-year, the town bursts into color. Wildflowers bloom, gardens flourish, and coastal trails become havens for sun-dappled walks. For those dreaming of a peaceful retreat by the ocean, Ogunquit, Maine truly lives up to its name, a word from the Algonquin language meaning beautiful place by the sea. This coastal gem, nestled just 20 minutes south of Kennebunkport and north of Kittery, effortlessly combines small-town warmth with the timeless beauty of Maine's rocky shoreline. Though it was officially incorporated as a town in 1980, Ogunquit's roots stretch far deeper, having once been part of the historic community of Wells. Its artistic spirit, which began flourishing long before incorporation, remains a defining feature of the town today. Ogunquit offers a breathtaking 3.5-mile stretch of uninterrupted coastline, where the ocean's rhythm becomes part of everyday life. The town's location places it within easy reach of nearby coastal treasures. Visitors can venture toward the iconic lighthouses of York, explore the rich bird life of the Rachel Carson National Wildlife Refuge, or take to the waters with a boat rental and feel the freedom of the open sea. Ogunquit is more than a single attraction. It's a starting point for adventures that span both land and ocean. Despite its small size, Ogunquit is a destination with wide appeal. It's beloved by families, offering safe beaches and kid-friendly activities. It has also earned its place as a vibrant LGBTQ+ haven, a joyful, inclusive atmosphere reminiscent of Provincetown, yet more laid back. Culture lovers will appreciate the town's enduring connection to the arts. Ogunquit's charm lies not only in its scenic splendor, but in the way it quietly adapts to every kind of traveler. Days can be spent walking the beach with a coffee in hand, sailing out toward the horizon, or browsing through handcrafted treasures in a downtown boutique. No matter the pace or interest, this seaside escape leaves space to breathe, unwind, and simply take in the beauty of New England's coast at its very best. Penobscot Bay stretches gracefully across Maine's mid-coast, offering one of the most scenic and storied waterfront landscapes in New England. Spanning 35 miles from north to south and 27 miles across at its widest point, this vast bay is dotted with hundreds of islands, many untouched and wild, others home to quiet, picturesque villages that have remained largely unchanged for generations. The coastline winds past charming harbor towns, working waterfronts and dramatic granite outcrops, all wrapped in the kind of tranquil coastal beauty that feels both timeless and restorative. Penobscot Bay is a haven for those who love to be on the water. Sailing is one of the most cherished pastimes here, with the bay's steady winds and wide-open views drawing both seasoned sailors and casual cruisers throughout the warmer months. Kayakers often explore the nooks and crannies of the rugged shoreline or paddle out to one of the bay's many secluded islands, while scenic cruises offer a slower, more meditative way to take in the expanse of water and sky. Although the bay's waters remain cool year-round, even in the height of summer, the sheer beauty of the setting makes it a beloved place for beach picnics, tide pooling, and quiet reflection. And for the brave, a refreshing dip in the bracing Atlantic can be an exhilarating experience. Time seems to slow down here, and with every sea breeze and every tide that rolls in, the bay offers a gentle invitation to breathe deeply, look outward, and savor the quiet majesty of coastal Maine. Lake Hebron is a peaceful gem that offers a quintessential small-town escape wrapped in natural beauty. Tucked alongside the charming village of Monson, this tranquil lake stretches quietly through forested hills and rolling countryside, reflecting the ever-changing sky on its glassy surface. It's the kind of place where mornings begin with the call of loons echoing across the water, and evenings end with golden light filtering through the pines. Though smaller and lesser known than its more expansive neighbors, Lake Hebron has a quiet magic that makes it ideal for travelers seeking solitude, reflection, and authentic Maine experiences. The lake is a haven for kayakers and canoeists who prefer still waters, for anglers hoping to catch trout or bass in a serene setting, and for families who simply want to unwind along the shoreline without crowds. In the summer months, the lake invites gentle swims and lazy afternoons spent picnicking beneath birch trees. In autumn, the hills come alive with color, painting the shoreline in warm tones of crimson and amber, a perfect backdrop for an afternoon paddle or a scenic lakeside walk. The town of Monson itself, once a slate quarrying hub, is now a growing arts enclave, adding a creative layer to the natural setting. Lake Hebron also marks an important stopping point along the Appalachian Trail, drawing hikers and nature lovers who pass through on their way to Maine's northern wilderness. If you're dreaming of a New England weekend escape that blends nature, serenity, and a touch of artistic spirit, Lake Hebron offers a quietly captivating retreat. It's the kind of place that invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and simply be. Vinalhaven, a serene island town located off the coast of mid-coast Maine and Knox County, is one of New England's most picturesque and peaceful weekend getaways. Accessible by ferry from Rockland, this charming island feels worlds away from the bustle of the mainland. Surrounded by Penobscot Bay's sparkling waters, Vinalhaven offers a rugged natural beauty shaped by granite cliffs, deep blue harbors, and stretches of unspoiled forest. The town itself is steeped in maritime heritage and was once a booming center for granite quarrying, traces of which can still be found in the now water-filled quarries that have become idyllic swimming holes in summer. Main Street is lined with classic New England architecture, quaint shops, seafood eateries, and art galleries showcasing local talent. The sense of community here is strong, and life unfolds at a gentler pace, in rhythm with the tides. Outdoor lovers can explore scenic hiking trails, paddle quiet coves by kayak, or go birdwatching along the shore. And when the sun sets over the bay, casting golden hues over the boats docked in the harbor, it's easy to understand why Vinalhaven holds such a timeless, magnetic appeal. Those seeking quiet moments, creative renewal, and the soothing presence of nature will find Vinalhaven a peaceful retreat, one that lingers in the heart long after the journey home. Have you ever dreamed of a small town where time seems to slow down, each season carrying its own story and beauty that makes you want to stop forever? Nestled in the heart of Vermont, the story of Woodstock began in 1761 with the arrival of early European settlers. As the 18th century progressed, the town blossomed into a thriving hub, drawing skilled artisans and innovative minds who helped shape its cultural and economic foundation. For a time, Woodstock stood as one of Vermont's largest and most influential villages. Although industrialization eventually shifted much of the region's momentum toward larger factories and mills elsewhere, the town's creative spirit and small-town charm never faded. That same authenticity and beauty continues to define Woodstock today. Widely celebrated as one of the most picturesque small towns, not just in Vermont but across the United States, Woodstock is a place where history, nature, and community come together in perfect harmony. Its elegant homes, well-preserved historic landmarks, and inviting town center draw visitors from around the globe, seeking the classic New England experience. The allure of Woodstock changes with the seasons, offering something unique throughout the year. Spring gently brings warmth and blooming gardens that awaken the countryside. Summer offers an ideal mix of sunny weather, scenic hiking, and cozy cafes that buzz with local energy. Come autumn, the town transforms into a brilliant tapestry of reds, golds, and oranges, with fall foliage peeking in every direction, an iconic spectacle that has become a hallmark of New England beauty. And when winter descends, a quiet magic takes over. Snow blankets the landscape, and nearby ski resorts provide the perfect outlet for those craving alpine adventure. From scenic walks through covered bridges to lazy afternoons in bookshops and warm inns, Woodstock is a timeless retreat, a place where each visit brings new reasons to fall in love. Cambridge, Massachusetts, may be best known around the globe as the home of two legendary institutions, Harvard University and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. But this spirited college town is so much more than an academic powerhouse. With its blend of historical significance and youthful vibrance, Cambridge offers one of the most well-rounded weekend getaways in all of New England. Just across the Charles River from Boston, it carries its own identity, rich in culture, creativity, and charm. A stroll through Harvard Square reveals a dynamic mix of bookstores, cafes, and street performers, with an energy that feels both intellectual and effortlessly cool. You might start your day with a cup of locally brewed coffee while leafing through rare titles at a century-old bookshop, then wander through the stately campus of Harvard, where ivy-covered walls echo with centuries of history. Not far away, MIT offers a striking contrast with its sleek modern architecture and spirit of innovation, showing how the city balances tradition and progress with grace. Cambridge also boasts a thriving arts scene. World-class museums like the Harvard Art Museums and MIT Museum draw in curious minds, while indie galleries and pop-up exhibitions showcase fresh local talent. Come evening, you'll find an impressive variety of dining options. From cozy neighborhood bistros and trendy farm-to-table spots, to globally inspired cuisine that reflects the international community living and studying here. Live music spills from intimate venues, and conversation flows easily in candlelit bars and quirky cafes. Though it shares borders with Boston, Cambridge is a destination all its own, one that invites visitors to dig deeper, think broader, and experience a city where history, intellect, and creativity coexist on every corner. Step into Springfield, Massachusetts, affectionately known as the City of Firsts, and you'll quickly discover a destination where innovation, history, and fresh energy intertwine to create a uniquely compelling New England getaway. This isn't just a city that witnessed change, it's a place that sparked it. From the invention of basketball to pivotal breakthroughs in manufacturing, transportation, and education, Springfield's legacy is one of bold beginnings. And while its historical contributions run deep, today's Springfield buzzes with a revitalized spirit that's hard to ignore. For many years, Springfield was the kind of city people passed through on their way to somewhere else. That narrative shifted dramatically in 2018 with the grand opening of MGM Springfield, a $960 million entertainment complex that brought a new heartbeat to the city's core. With a 24/7 casino, luxury hotel, restaurants, nightlife, and live entertainment venues, MGM Springfield gave the city a reason to shine again, drawing in visitors from all corners of the region and beyond. This is a city brimming with diverse attractions and experiences. Families and thrill seekers can head to the nearby Six Flags New England for roller coasters and water rides, while foodies will appreciate the city's evolving culinary scene. From cozy gastropubs to music-infused cafes with local flavor. This is where New England tradition meets 21st century vibrancy, and where each visit feels like the beginning of something new. Hyannis Port, a seaside village in the town of Barnstable on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, is the kind of place where mornings begin with the soft glow of sunrise reflecting off calm harbor waters and end with the scent of salt in the evening breeze. Known for its deep ties to the Kennedy family, Hyannis Port carries an air of quiet prestige wrapped in coastal charm. But beyond its historical resonance, it remains a beloved escape for those craving beauty, ease, and a rhythm of life dictated by the tides. Strolling along the harbor, you'll find sailboats swaying gently in the marina and charming homes with sweeping ocean views, each one a reminder of the enduring appeal of this little corner of New England. Despite its fame, Hyannis Port feels intimate, with its whitewashed cottages, manicured lawns, and locals who wave from porches as you pass by. This is a destination where simplicity feels luxurious. You can spend your day sailing, beachcombing along quiet stretches of sand, or simply enjoying a lobster roll on a sun-drenched patio. And with easy access to the nearby ferries to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, Hyannis Port also serves as a beautiful launching point for even more coastal exploration. Docked gracefully along the harbor in Plymouth, Massachusetts, the Mayflower is more than just a replica of a historic ship. It's a powerful symbol of American beginnings. As you stand on the shore and gaze at its weathered masts and wooden hull, it's easy to imagine the treacherous journey the Pilgrims faced, crossing the Atlantic in 1620. The Mayflower Compact, signed aboard this very vessel, would go on to lay foundational ideas for self-governance in the New World. Today, the harbor surrounding the Mayflower is a peaceful, postcard-worthy scene. Sailboats gently bobbing, coastal homes dotting the background, and a promenade that invites reflection and quiet strolls. Plymouth itself offers more than just colonial history. It's a welcoming destination with quaint shops, seafood restaurants, and walkable streets full of New England charm. Visiting the Mayflower is a chance to connect with the past in a setting that still feels alive with discovery. Just a short drive, only 17 miles, from the hustle of Boston, Marblehead, Massachusetts offers a coastal retreat that feels like stepping into another century. This historic seaside town, settled in 1629, is known for its remarkable preservation of the past. What is Marblehead known for? With more colonial-era homes from the 1600s and 1700s than any other town in the country, Marblehead truly captures the essence of New England's early heritage. Winding through its narrow, cobbled streets, you'll find charming homes with weathered shingles, brass knockers, and flower boxes that bloom with the seasons. The town's name comes from a simple mistake. Early settlers believed the granite ledges along the coast were marble, and the name stuck. But there's no mistaking the elegance and allure of what Marblehead has become today. From its scenic harbor, where sailboats sway in the Atlantic breeze, to its bluff-top parks and rocky beaches, The town is a haven for those drawn to coastal beauty and quiet sophistication. Curious if Marblehead is a good place to live? Marblehead is not only one of the most picturesque places in New England, it's also one of the most livable. Recently awarded an A+ rating for its outstanding public schools, low crime, strong services, and inviting neighborhoods, it's easy to see why many dream of calling it home. Though it may be the smallest state in the country, Rhode Island holds an outsized share of New England charm. With more than 400 miles of Atlantic shoreline, it delivers sweeping ocean views, golden beaches, and weathered harbor towns that feel like scenes from a maritime painting. Nicknamed the Ocean State, Rhode Island is a compact coastal paradise where the scent of salt air mingles with the aroma of clam chowder and fresh-caught seafood is never far from your plate. Rhode Island's story is rooted in rebellion and individuality. Founded in the 17th century by Roger Williams, a staunch advocate for religious freedom and the separation of church and state, the colony was established as a haven for independent thinkers, an identity that shaped its trajectory ever since. While other colonies aligned quickly, Rhode Island held out, its people unwilling to conform to the rigid structures around them. That spirit of independence remains embedded in the local character, visible in both the proud traditions of its coastal towns and the dynamic culture of its capital city. Providence, once viewed as little more than a gritty industrial hub, has blossomed into one of the Northeast's most unexpectedly vibrant cities. The past few decades have seen a remarkable transformation. The rivers that once felt like forgotten channels are now central to city life, lined with walkways, illuminated during water fire festivals, and surrounded by revitalized architecture that merges the city's historic bones with modern energy. Creative expression thrives here. It's a city shaped by students from Brown University and the Rhode Island School of Design, by immigrant communities, and by artists whose work spills out of galleries and into the streets. It's a weekend getaway destination that offers the best of the New England coast, wrapped in a spirit of independence and innovation that still beats strong in every corner of the state.